Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am here to give you my WWE Raw review for February 9th, I think it is. Yep, February 9th, 2015. But before I get into that, I want to mention that if you want to check out, today I made a movie review with. I watched a movie and reviewed a movie on my other non-wrestling channel, Owen the Talkinator. That's how you plug a channel. And I made that video, and it has The Rock in it, so if you want to see that, you can go to that channel and find it. But maybe I'll try to post the annotation to the video up here or something. I've never done annotations before, so I might not even do it. Probably not. But if you want to see it, it's there. I've been getting late with these videos lately, but I'm here to give you the Raw review. So, we have JBL, Michael Cole, and Booker T on commentary for this show. And Roman Reigns comes out to cut a promo. He talks about how the Authority, being Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, obviously don't want him to be in the main event of WrestleMania because they took his spot away since he won the Royal Rumble, but now he has to beat Daniel Bryan, and he says after he beats Daniel Bryan, he's going to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. So then Daniel Bryan comes out and says that that's not going to happen. Talks about how he also thanks Roman Reigns for helping him beat Seth Rollins last week, and he also thanks him, and he also says that you gave him an opportunity, but it could have hurt you because now you're going to lose your spot in the main event of WrestleMania. And then the Authority come out. And the only members that come out are Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Corporate Kane, and Big Show. And they talk about how they have this match at Fastlane, but first they have to get through tonight, pretty much. Oh, and Triple H also says that he wants an answer whether or not Sting is going to show up at Fastlane for his call out. And then he says that let's see if they can. He wants to see if Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns can work together. And I actually have a question. Daniel Bryan got beat down on SmackDown by the Authority. They beat the crap out of him, and Roman Reigns didn't come out to save him. So why didn't Daniel Bryan ask, "Where were you when I was getting beaten down by the Authority on SmackDown?" Just a question I have. But anyhow, they announced that right now it's gonna be Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Corporate Kane and Big Show. I'll admit it was cool to see Kane and Big Show teaming up again. Because I did like that tag team, but it's not as cool because I don't really care about them right now. So they dominate. Reigns and Bryan dominate the match for a while to get the heat on Big Show, and then Big Show and Kane dominate Reigns. Daniel Bryan gets the hot tag. He starts going off on everybody on the Big Show. He does his yes kits to knock him down, and then he tries to go off the top rope to dive onto Corporate Kane and Big Show. They catch him and throw him right into the ropes. I thought that was a cool spot. Then they get the heat on him for a while, and then Daniel Bryan knocks Big Show outside the ring, and before Daniel Bryan can make the tag, Kane takes a cheap shot at Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan gets Kane in the S-lock, and Big Show pulls out Kane, throws him into the barricade, and that's a disqualification. I didn't care for that. Because really it wasn't a DQ because, that's what you're supposed to do as a team. I don't know, it was stupid. And then Roman Reigns starts fighting with Big Show and Kane. He throws Kane into the steel post. Big Show starts hitting Roman Reigns with the chair. And then Roman Reigns gets the chair when they go in the ring. Goes off on Big Show, hits him in the back, hits him in the ribs, clotheslines him with it. And then Kane attacks Reigns, goes to chokeslam him. But Daniel Bryan runs in and he tries to drop kick Kane, but he accidentally gets Reigns in the corner. So they argue because Roman Reigns thinks he did it on purpose. So then Triple H was like, "Oh, you guys, it looks like you guys can't get," because they were outside watching too. The Authority were outside watching and inside. I actually legit forgot about that because they didn't do anything. And they say that now you guys are gonna, let's see if you guys can work together tonight, because now you're gonna have another match. It's gonna be you two versus Kane, Big Show, Seth Rollins, and J&J Security, which consists of Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury. I thought this was made the match pointless then, because why didn't they just do like an attack segment and then just have Brian do that? I don't know why this needed to be a match and just wait to do the match later on. I don't know. I didn't like any of this though. It was all very bad. So then we get Seth Rollins with J&J Security versus Ryback. Pretty much the whole match consists of Seth Rollins dominating Ryback and the security interfering in any time Ryback gets any offense in. So then the security come in when Ryback's about to hit Shell Shocked on Rollins. They attack him. Ryback's fighting him off until Rollins hits a super kick on him. And then he curve stomps him, lays out Ryback. I didn't care for it. And then they have they announce that Sheamus is going to return. They played this video package talking about how Sheamus is going to return. I actually am looking forward to seeing Sheamus come back. I hope when he comes back, he can be in the main event level, because it kind of sucked that he was in the mid-card. So I actually can't wait to see Sheamus. I don't know when you're going to see Sheamus. I don't know if you're going to see him. I don't know if they're going to see him before or after Mania. If they are going to bring him back, they either have to bring him back at Fastlane, or they have to bring him back at, what's it called? They have to bring him back at, the night after. So, then we get, Paige versus Brie Bella with Nikki Bella ringside. It was nothing. Paige throws Brie into Nikki, and then she hits the Rampage for the win, and then Nikki tries to attack her, but Paige escapes before she can get to her. It was boring. The first, hour of the show was kind of boring. Like, the first 45 minutes or something. And then Rusev pays tribute to John Cena. He comes out, talks about how they're facing this big, strong man. And then they play, a video clip of John Cena. And they started out like it's playing all his greatest moments, but they're playing all his moments when he got injured, when he got chokeslammed through the spotlight by Big Show, when Batista broke his neck, all of that. And then they talk about how these injuries are going to catch up to John Cena. They say that it may not look like he's hurting on the outside, but he's hurting on the inside. And they pretty much say he's a broken down old man, and Rusev's going to destroy him. So then John Cena comes out, and he still has the black eye. I'm kind of wondering if it's a work now, because of what happens later. No, I just thought of that. So then he says that we're sick. Me and all these people are sick and tired of hearing about your crap, and he says he's gonna beat you, and you're gonna go back to being nothing. I thought it was fine. So then Cena wants to fight him. Rusev wants to crush him, so he goes to do that. They fight on the ramp. I didn't think they were gonna do any selling because of John Cena's black eye, but they did. So then Rusev picks up Cena and drops him and takes him down and starts going off on him. Cena does the same thing to Rusev, and then Rusev thumbs Cena in the eye, and then he throws him in the black eye, and then he throws him into the stage equipment where it says Raw. I actually thought this was and then he goes to put him in the Accolade, and then referees tell him not to. I'm assuming Lana told him not to. But I thought all this was good. Something tells me he was supposed to, and Cena's like, I'm legit injured or something. I don't know. But I thought this was actually a pretty good segment. This was actually brought me up to thinking this was a good show. The reason probably I didn't think it was a good show in the beginning was because I was feeling tired. I almost fell asleep actually before Raw. And I remembered Raw was on, so I couldn't go to sleep. Because I had been up since 6:30, shoveling and stuff. Well, I didn't actually shovel the whole time, but I had to shovel 3 times today. So then we get a match between Dolph Ziggler and Bray Wyatt. This actually was a good match. I thought the match they had last week was slightly better. Dolph Ziggler hits a drop kick on Bray Wyatt, and it busts his nose open. And then Bray Wyatt hits a DDT on the apron, dominates Dolph Ziggler. One thing he did in this match was Ziggler went to do like a cross body, and I thought they both did like the double cross body spot, but really Bray Wyatt did that forearm move that he likes to do up over the ropes thing. And Bray Wyatt tries to cover him. Ziggler kicks out. Then Ziggler makes a comeback. He hits the Fameasser and the super kick. Tries to cover Bray Wyatt, but he kicks out. And then Ziggler goes to go on the outside. Bray Wyatt hits a wicked clothesline on him on the outside. Then he gets him in, does his exorcism walk, hits the Sister Abigail on Dolph for the win. Bray Wyatt's on a roll right now. They're really pushing him for that big something. And like I said, I know what that something is. But I'm not gonna say for people that don't know because I don't want to spoil it. But they're gonna do something big with him at Mania though. And then afterwards, he exposes the floor like he's gonna do the Sister Abigail to Dolph on the floor, but then referees stop him. I don't know why he didn't continue to do it, but oh well. And then for Black History Month they play a Junkyard Dog video package, and we find out this guy's name was Steven. Well, his real name, I forget his real name. Find out he won like 4 North American Heavyweight Championships. He came in and he connected with the fans. It's actually a pretty good video package. It's probably on YouTube, so you can definitely go check that out. And then Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out. And they talk about how no matter who wins this match between and Lesnar actually was there. I actually liked that he was there. I thought because they announced that Heyman was gonna come out and talk about this, so I thought it was just gonna be Heyman, but I like that Lesnar was there. And Paul Heyman talks about, even though he had no purpose of being there, I think maybe somebody should have come out and laid him out, but whatever. I think maybe as they get closer to Mania time, he'll show up a little bit more than he did when he was champion before. But anyhow, he talks about how whoever wins this match between Reigns and Bryan is just going to be destroyed by Lesnar at Mania because he's a beast. And he talks about how Roman Reigns is one of the greatest liars and says that when he was standing 2 feet away from Roman Reigns 2 weeks ago, and they were having a face-to-face confrontation. He knows that some piss went down his pants because he was fear, and that's normally what happens when any human being crosses paths with Brock Lesnar. And then he talked about Daniel Bryan, and he says that look at Daniel Bryan compared to Brock Lesnar. And he also says like that it's not just about size, because Daniel Bryan's extremely athletic in the ring. He knows a very variety of submission moves, but Brock Lesnar is going to kill Daniel Bryan, pretty much, he says. And he says whoever comes to them at Mania, they will be stopped by an F5. That was the promo. I thought it was actually pretty good. It was great stuff. So then we get Golden Stardust versus Kofi Kingston and Big E with Xavier Woods. Kofi, Big E, and the Woods are all part of the New Day. They come out singing. They make fun of Golden Stardust. And Stardust starts the match, and he just tags out like he's wrestling. Then he just tags out. So Goldust starts to wrestle the match, and Stardust just walks out. And then Goldust looks up the ramp and he's like, "Hey, where you going? Come, what are you doing? Get back here!" And then Kofi rolls up Goldust for the win. I mean, I've seen this match a bunch of times, but I thought the only reason I watched it was because of the breakup angle, so I thought that was good. And then Daniel Bryan gets interviewed and says that Roman Reigns only acted like that because it was a reaction, but we said that they should be able to get along tonight. And Roman says that they will because they have a common enemy, and then he's going to take him down at Fastlane. I thought it was fine. And then Stardust is backstage. He's just talking to himself, and Goldust comes up and says, "Look, this is not Goldust talking. This is Dustin Rhodes talking," which is Goldust's real name. and calls him by Cody, and Stardust grabs him, throws him into these metal pipes, and says, "My name is not Cody. Cody is dead. This is Stardust." So, like I said, they're definitely teasing the match between Cody Rhodes and Goldust at WrestleMania. Something tells me Cody Rhodes is going to work the match as Stardust. I'd rather see Cody Rhodes work the match as himself. Maybe they'll do something at Fastlane. Who knows? So then Sting finally is going to answer the questions. Triple H talks, though, about how he when he came to the WWE, he bled this win. He was here for nearly, I think he said like 14 years. Well, he for a while, and says that all his blood, his sweat has gone into this win, and says and Sting was the face of WCW, which we killed. And then it took Sting 14 years to finally come to the WWE because he knew he was afraid of Triple H. And then he finally just decided to come, and he did it like a coward. He took out Triple H when he least expected it, so he wants to know Triple H's answer, so he calls him out. And then Sting's video plays, but you don't actually see it. And it shows the spotlight goes to one rafter, and then it does it again. I thought this was pretty cool. And then it plays like the video when he was having one of those sit-down interviews with Michael Cole, talking about Sting, how he's going to show up and all that stuff. I thought that was pretty cool, actually. So then on the screen it comes up, it says Triple H on it. And then Triple H turns around and there's like someone dressed up like Sting in the ring, and it freaks him out. And then it says, "I accept." So Sting will be at Fastlane. I think that's awesome. This was actually the highlight of the night. That's kind of not saying a lot, though, because the show was kind of... But this definitely was the highlight of the night. This was awesome stuff. So then we got Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, with Naomi versus Tyson Kidd and Cesaro with Natalya. Like I said before, I don't care about these matches. It was fine. I just don't care about the way Cesaro is being used, so it just makes me not care about his matches. His match is still, awesome. But I just don't know why they're using Cesaro like trash. I'm going to talk about that in another video, even though I've talked about it enough, but it needs to be talked about one last time. One part of the match, though, is Tyson Kidd does a head scissors to one of the Usos. And Natalya checks on him, and Naomi and Natalya are kind of not at odds right now. It's probably going to lead to a match on SmackDown this Thursday. And she says to stay out of it. So then, I'm not even care enough to really talk about the rest of the match. Cesaro puts one of the Usos in the ring because he had dived on him. And he moved when the other Uso was going to jump off the top turnbuckle to do the splash. Tyson Kidd moves Tyson Kidd out of the way, and he takes a bad he misses the splash, and Tyson Kidd wins off that. I kind of wish Tyson Kidd could have done like his finisher or something, but oh well. But they have a win, so they're gonna get a tag title match at Fastlane, and it's probably gonna be good, but I'm not gonna care about it. That's my prediction for the match right there. It's gonna be good, but I'm not gonna give a crap about it. So now they talk about the next Hall of Fame inductee, and it's Rikishi. I thought that was pretty cool. I hate that now, though, that the network texts me who's going to be the next inductee, because now it spoils it. It doesn't surprise me anymore. But I thought this was awesome. I do like Rikishi. I actually got to meet Rikishi, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what I'm talking about. You probably won't even be able to see it, because we have an indie company called Top Rope Promotions that comes here about, well, it's here often, but we go to it a lot. And yeah, and I was reading something but I went to one of these events. Oh crap. I went to one of these events. Hold on, it's being stupid. I went to one of these events, and I saw Rikishi. I got to meet him. I took my picture with him. If you are friends with me on Facebook, you should know, but I'm going to just show you a little bit about what I'm talking about. It's gonna take me a little while to find it though because I have a lot of pictures. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Alright, let me show you a little bit about what I'm talking. Wow, I actually took a lot of prom pictures. Wasn't here. Okay, I think we're getting there. I know it's here somewhere. It gotta be here. Hold on. I think it's on my other account. I don't really. I'm just trying to find it. It's gotta be here somewhere. It can't be gone. Where is this picture? Oh, hold on. Let me find it. It's under my own Finch account. Alright, let me find it this way. It's gotta be here. I know I uploaded this picture. I know it's on. Here it is. So this is what I'm talking about. See, I got to meet Rikishi in person. It was cool. But I liked his moments. Obviously, they talked about the stink face. People like Kofi Kingston, William Regal, talked about that. Which was when he would, put your ass in your face and rub it around. It showed that. Talked about his sons, the Usos. That was it. They didn't talk much about his career, which I kind of thought was a disappointment. But I'll probably talk about it at the Hall of Fame. Some memorable moments, as I remember, when he ran over Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he was put up to it by Triple H, and that was his big heel turn. I remember when Undertaker chokeslammed him off the Hell in a Cell, and he went inside that bed of the truck with all that crap in the back. I remember when he was at that event, obviously, and I remember when he was what else do I remember? When Heath Slater was in the ring, and he returned and beat Heath Slater in a match, and him and the Usos danced in the ring. That was cool. I'm assuming the Usos are going to induct him too, because of his sons and stuff. I remember his feud with The Rock, and he did his move where he went off the top and did the Vader bomb, and he made The Rock bleed. I thought that was cool. And he framed The Rock for running over Stone Cold Steve Austin. I thought he has a lot of great moments. He was a former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Team Champion, and I think it's awesome he's going into the Hall of Fame. It's cool. Okay. So now we get the next match, though. So we get Sin Cara versus Damien Mizdow with The Miz ringside. The Miz forces Mizdow to set up a chair for him that he considered. It's kind of those Hollywood kind of chairs. And then during the match, when he's outside, The Miz tells him to get him a water and makes him open it, I guess to cost him the match. So then the crowd starts chanting. The crowd was kind of dead throughout this show, I thought. I don't know, maybe it was just me. The Star starts chanting Cleveland sucks, and then The Miz says on the mic, better than Columbus, which I thought was awesome he did that. And then Damien Mizdow tries to put Sin Cara in this figure 4 leg lock, and then The Miz tells him not to do that. You don't do my movesets because you're not the stunt double anymore. Use your own moves. And then this distracts Mizdow. Sin Cara rolls him up for the win. This is teasing to the Mizdow split. And then Bray Wyatt was backstage, and he talked about he's wondering how we all die. There's questions that mankind wonders how we all die, because scientists think that we just become one with the earth. People that are religious think that we go to some sort of heaven. But what you and me, we all think that this is just one hell, and we're just getting to another one. I actually thought it was a pretty good promo. Bray Wyatt's just been on fire lately. Curtis Axel versus Dean Ambrose. This was pretty much the exact same thing that happened on SmackDown. They talked about the hashtag Axel movement. Dean Ambrose beats him with dirty deeds. I was not interested in this at all. He says he wants his Intercontinental Championship match with Bad News Barrett. Bad News Barrett comes up, tells him breaking news. He still hasn't. Just because you deserve the IC title shot doesn't mean you get it. Pretty much the same, the exact same thing we saw on SmackDown. I like the character of B&B, but this was it felt like the exact same thing we saw on SmackDown. So then we get the main event. We get Reigns and Bryan versus Rollins, Security, Big Show, and Corporate Kane. Everyone just surrounds the ring, attacks him. Big Show and Kane double chokeslam Roman Reigns, so Bryan's just left fighting him by himself, and they kick his ass throughout pretty much the whole match, and then Kane chokeslams him, Reigns breaks out the pin. And he tries to fight him off, but the odds are too much, and so Big Show kind of knocks him out. And then what happens? Bryan tries to fight back. But it fails. They go to put him through the announce table, but then Ryback, Ziggler, and Eric Rowan run out to make the save, and they fight with Rollins, Kane, Big Show up the ramp. And Kane takes out Ziggler with a boot, so then he goes to help Rollins take out Rowan. So I'm assuming Ryback was fighting with Big Show, and then Ziggler goes off the stage on Kane and Rollins, and takes out everybody. So where did Big Show and Ryback go? I guess they fought off to the back. So then Bryan just left facing J&J Security. Bryan takes him out with a drop kick. He hits the yes kicks on him. He goes to hit he's going to hit the light and knee on him. Roman Reigns tags himself in, hits the spear on one of them for the win. I forget which one. And then Daniel Bryan gets pissed because he did all that work and Reigns just lied in the mat the whole match. So then he shoves him and then Reigns spears him. And the Authority were happy about this. And that was the end of the show. I don't even know what to think, really. Because now, I've actually thought Raw was boring tonight. I know they had Stin on there. That was cool. The Lesnar stuff was fine. But I don't know. I just thought Raw was boring. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe because I got tired or something. I don't know. But I don't know. Just look at these matches. I don't know. Rikishi getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. But that doesn't really count as on the show. I mean, the New Day versus... Golden Stardust versus Big E. I understand the T's and the Rhodes breakup, but Dean Ambrose and they pretty much just recast the same segment they did on SmackDown and just put it on Raw with Ambrose and Axel. Wyatt and Ziggler was a good match. The Rusev, I guess I'll give it like a little bit above good average, I guess. Actually, I'm just going to say it was an average show because actually it did feel pretty average. The only thing really worth watching is the Wyatt-Ziggler match. The first hour is pretty much... The first 45 minutes were pointless. You could miss that and be fine. What else? Rusev paying tribute to Cena. That was cool, but I'm just worried what's going to happen to Rusev. Sheamus returning, but if you watch SmackDown, that will probably be on SmackDown. I guess if you're fine with Cesaro being used like a joke, the Usos versus Cesaro was a good match. Yeah, that's it really. I guess I'll give it an average show just because it was average. So that's my Raw review. You can click right here to subscribe to me. And you can also subscribe to my Owen the Talkinator channel because I'm making a ton of movie reviews this week. There's going to be a small change, but I'm not going to announce it here because that's not what this channel's for. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.